But so far, both our teams are saying the process is ongoing. We should not trouble ourselves for now. Thank you very much, CJ. Thank you, Counsel.
Yes. Okay.
Chief Justice, Deputy Chief Justice, Your Ladyship, my Lords, Justices of the Supreme Court, my address will be followed by Apollo Boya, who acts for Cherera, the Vice Chair, followed by Jotham Arua, who acts for Commissioner Justice Nyang'aya. He'll be followed by Jeremy Jenga, who acts for Commissioner Francis Wanderi, followed by Gordon Ogola, who acts for Commissioner Irene Masit, and then finally Mansu Issa, who will address the court on behalf of the four commissioners collectively, as I will be addressing this honorable court on behalf of the four commissioners collectively.
So are we giving each one of you 10 minutes? Or within the 1 hour? So we
yes.
put there 1 hour?
Yes, we'll distribute amongst ourselves. Yes. We hope to do it within that 1 hour. Your Ladyship, my Lords, the first submission, fundamental submission I'd like to make is that when this honorable court retires to consider the judgment it will deliver, this court be guided by the fact that it is the position taken in this court by the four commissioners, being a majority of the IEBC, that should inform this court's decision, not the views of the minority. The official position of the Commission is as per the views and affidavits of a majority of the commissioners. And that has to be so in law, the reason being that under the Constitution, and in fact under the statute, the IEBC is a corporate entity. Therefore, in the absence of consensus, its decisions as an institution are by the majority. So do not depart from that principle, a principle that has found judicial anchorage and recognition in a number of decisions cited by my colleague Paul Mwangi, the minor KI decision, the Michael Kamau case, and the other decisions. Corporate decision, and that position has been addressed, and I do not want to take the time of the court by going through it again. With regard to each one of these four commissioners, I ask this honorable court to bear in mind that each one of them went through a very rigorous vetting by the National Assembly, at which there was full public participation before they got appointed, so that anyone who had any issue with any of them, that was the time to raise the issues. Again, the law is clear about how one can complain about a commissioner enjoying constitutional security of tenure. So do not be influenced with innuendos and insinuations about these four commissioners. They were vetted by the people's elected representatives. Now, coming specifically, this is the second fundamental submission I'd like to make. This so-called walking out from Bomas look at the affidavits of the 4 commissioners. The vice chair saw 2 affidavits, so there are 5 affidavits in total. And I invite this honorable court, when it retires, to read through those affidavits in their entirety. We adopt them. We rely wholly on the averment in those affidavits. And you will find in those affidavits that all that these 4 commissioners were demanding of the chair at Bomas at the tail end of the tallying and the verification. Their narrative, which I invite this court to accept, is that they were not involved in the tallying and verification, and in particular regarding the 27 constituencies. So they were demanding of their chair, you cannot bring a paper here and tell us that these have been verified and tallied by the chief executive. The work of the chief executive is to implement decisions of the commission. He is not part of the commission, any more than the registrar, the chief registrar, implements, or any registrar of the High Court, implements the decision of the judges, not the other way around. So they were saying, we need to tally and verify the results in respect of these 27 constituencies. And the chair would not allow that, which was typical of the relationship between the chair and these 4 commissioners. And a twist is being given that it is these 4 commissioners that wanted to force a runoff. It is the exact opposite.
Progress was immense, and that something would be perhaps actually finalized tonight. I think that's the best way to go, instead of us going back and forth. And we don't have a report from our team. So would you allow us to do that? Then we come back to you. Thank you, CJ.
Thank you very much. I think fatigue has settled until even my own gown has tethered me to the seat. I cannot move. But with that clarification, and just to remind ourselves that our team is led by the registrar of the court, who is going to make a report to this court. Counsel Paul Mwangi, I think what you are making to us was a kind of a report. So let us see how we can cooperate and get the best evidence that can assist the court. With that, allow me to wish all of you a good night and look forward to seeing you here tomorrow at 9 when we start the questions will be answered in the rejoinder. Yes, have a very good night.